last week you had some pretty interesting things to say about Merrill Kelly before the Braves game.
One, he's a piece of shit.
And he went on to pitch for 7 innings, give up 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. And then against Seattle, he pitched 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. What do you think about your rather harsh words that you had for Merrill?
I was wrong. He proved me right. I was wrong. I should have doubted him.
Do you still think he's a piece of...
No.
Would you trade his ass?
No.
So you admit you're wrong?
Yes.
2 great games from Merrill. Now, for the Diamondbacks, I think there's some mixed emotions. So we go and sweep the Braves. We went on to win, obviously, the game with Kelly, which was a low-scoring game, as I figured. But then we played Cincinnati, and we got swept. But then we play Seattle, and we just swept Seattle. Today was the final game of the series. So currently the D-backs are 34-34. How do you think? Do you think positively of their playing lately, or are you worried?
It's hard to say. If I don't know how because we lost the best pitcher for the whole year. So I see this offense changed up a bit. I'm kind of proud they swept Seattle, and Corbin Curl made a home run the first game. Marte, now today, Suarez hit a grand slam. So I'm kind of really proud of what they've been doing so far in this series.
Yeah, in this series. But getting swept by the Reds was
embarrassing.
Was not good. That was terrible.
That was horrible.
And one of the games was absolutely disgusting. They lost.
They were actually played twice in one day.
Yeah, they lost.
The weather.
Right, because of the weather delay.
Yeah. So they played twice in one day.
And they lost
both games.
13-1.
That's horrible. Bad.
So the D-backs are showing some fluctuations. Winning, losing. They're not very consistent. They show promise whenever they win. And then they show just pitiful acts whenever they lose. The upcoming schedule doesn't necessarily get any easier.
No.
So who are we playing next?
San Diego Padres at home. Then we're going to Toronto and play Blue Jays on Tuesday. Then Friday the 20th, we play Colorado. Then Monday we play against the White Sox.
Okay, so the Padres and the Blue Jays, a little bit tougher than
the White Sox.
The White Sox and the Rockies. But
yeah.
We did lose a game to Colorado. So
then we play here, home, Miami.
Against the Marlins.
Then home again against the Giants.
Yeah, so not the best schedule, but not the worst.
Then they'll need to go out there and vote for who makes the All-Star.
From here till the All-Star break, I just hope that we can win the majority of our games and stay above 500.
And so like I said, they need to go out there and vote who they think makes the All-Star game. Because I'm thinking to vote and see who has many votes this year.
For the Suns, the NBA draft is coming soon. We fully expect Durant will not be on the team on or before the NBA draft. According to the Arizona Sports, Durant wants to be traded to the Spurs, but they also mentioned that there's some other teams that may want Durant, but maybe Durant does not want them, including Houston, the New York Knicks, Timberwolves, Heat, Raptors, and Clippers. So let me ask you, of those teams, of the Spurs, New York, Timberwolves, Heat, Raptors, and Clippers, who would you think that would give us the best bang for the buck?
Be honest with you, I'd like to see him to go to New York. Okay? Because I like to see if they can pick up a couple draft picks in the future and a couple players out of it. Like maybe Mikal, if that doesn't be off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Or Anthony Towns.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You know,
from what I'm reading, they don't really seem interested in Cat. And then with Mikel's price being a lot higher than what we sold him for, I don't know if Mikel would be on the table too.
If not, maybe it's the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and then from San Antonio, we could possibly get 3 first-round picks, which would be much needed. We don't have any picks. We gave up all of our picks
at the Brooklyn
for Durant. So honestly, if they can, in my opinion, get 2 draft picks and 2 decent players, I think that's a good benchmark. If not, maybe 3 and 1 good player.
Or go to Minnesota, get Randall, and get at least a different decent player off the bench, and feature a couple picks of draft picks.
Well, McDaniels is a possibility, and he's a nice young player.
Okay, and it's I wish I was the owner. Like I was like I wouldn't, but I would have kept him at least 1 more year. Durant.
You would keep Durant?
I would, but if he wants to go, I guess we're just
Well, what happens in 1 more year? Then he's another year older, and we still don't have a championship, I presume.
And we're still stuck with Bell too.
Right.
So it's like, how in the heck can you get rid of somebody? He doesn't want to go anywhere because that's what he's on contract. No trade clause.
Keeping in mind, we didn't even get close. If we made it to the conference finals and we barely lost, that's one thing. But we didn't even have a chance at the 10 spot. So to run it back with a team that was disgusting,
injuries,
wouldn't be worth it.
To forget the injuries, that's the more important too.
They took a shot going for Durant. It didn't work out. It's time to try to fix things before it's too late.
If you were the owner, and what would you do with Durant? What would you do with Bell if he told you doesn't want to go anywhere? He just wants to stay with Phoenix.
Waving and stretching Beal. He's gone.
But he's
and I'm trying to trade Durant for whatever I could possibly get.
But his contract says no trade clause.
Yeah, I'm not going to trade him. I'm going to wave and stretch him. Pay him over a number of years. That'll affect our budget and just be done with him completely. Since the last episode, Indiana and OKC played. Game 1 went to Indiana. I didn't expect that in OKC. I did not expect that at all. OKC did respond and easily took Game 2. Game 3 is currently going on right now. And then Game 4 would be on Friday. How do you think Indiana is doing? Or do you still think that OKC is in the driver's seat?
You know what? So far I've seen, I think the series could be Game 7. To be honest with you.
You think so?
Yeah.
So let me say, right now, it is in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left. Oklahoma currently trails by 3 points. It is 98 to 101.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. They still have plenty of time to win this game. But if it's Indiana, then I think Indiana probably to take game 3.
Yeah, we'll keep up with that game. I mean, we'll be done recording before the game. But I think we will hang tight a little bit and then mention, that way we don't have to post this video like we always do. And then the results come after, so then people don't want to watch it because the game's already over. With the game currently going on, now it is 100 to 101. 5 minutes, 59 seconds. Indiana leads by 1 point. Who do you have for this game in Indiana?
I'm thinking I'm going to pull off the Thunder.
You think the Thunder are going to rally?
Yeah.
Indiana just scored 103 to 100. I'm taking the underdog. I'm taking Indiana at home with a disturbed OKC. They took one game in Oklahoma, which most people did not expect. They're a good team. They're the underdog.
Yeah.
They're a good team. It is a tied series. And I think they can take this game. I think they have more momentum. I think taking a game in Oklahoma put more pressure on Oklahoma City. And as long as Indiana just sticks to what they've been doing all year,
then nobody can stop them.
Then they can win against anyone, yes. We will keep following that game, and the results will be posted. We'll find out who's right, me or you. 106 to 112 with 35 seconds. Indiana leads. And with that, the Pacers are going to win this game 116 to 107. One more game in Indiana as Indiana leads 2-1. 116-107. At the end of that game, I think OKC had a chance. But they couldn't make a damn free throw.
No, they're missing.
They couldn't make a goddamn free throw. So that will wrap it up. Pacers lead 2-1. Game 4, Friday, Indiana. And then just to be clear, Game 5 will go to OKC. Game 6 will come back to Indiana. And if there is a Game 7, then that will be in Oklahoma.
Yeah, burst,
2-1. Does your mind change? Are you still riding with OKC? Or are you starting to see the light?
I'm sorry. It's actually still with the Thunder.
I'm riding against you. Let's find out.
See you all in 2 weeks.
Just as important as the NBA, the WNBA. Phoenix Mercury